Alrighty, chat. Thanks for sticking around. I do appreciate y'all being here. What's poppin'? How y'all doing today? Hopefully everybody's good. Nice to see the AI. Oh, was the AI going crazy? Are you being serious? Looks like he's doing okay. That's where I started. Okay. It looks like he's doing all right. Maybe. Jacob, I hear ya. What's up, man? How you doing? Besides being tired. Nice red tractor. You know, I figured it was time to buy a Chief's tractor, you know? So, let's go back and say hi to Trent. Howdy, Trent. Trent, you like my Chief's tractor, right? Maybe not. Did you leave while I was gone?
Yeah, I resetted my internet.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
I slid right to reboot my router.
I'm like, I'm literally talking and he's not saying anything. All right.
Now you're not Road Buddy anymore.
Yay. Wow. Okay. We're done. We're done. We're done. I'm not talking about it. Let me go get back in my John Deere tractor now. Oh, gosh. Lanyard. Wow. Yeah, Trent, you trying to beat Bears' high score for packet loss?
I mean, it was only 20.
Oh, Bears had way higher than that, probably.
I mean, I've seen 60. 60 or 70.
This sounds like the old Spectrum days. Me. Okay, I think... Is that all the fields? My grass field. The grass field, chat. The grass field. I'm gonna go mulch the grass. Mulch and everything. Mulch the world. Too bad, show. Then we're done mulching. Besides the cotton field that's being taken care of. You betcha. I was talking with Pops. And he said that first time's car is like a little Dodge Journey. Whatever it is. Barely started this morning. And I'm like, uh-oh, because the last person that touched that car was Pops. We had to move his car on Saturday. No, Sunday. I wonder if Pops left a light on or something in the car. Whoopsie. The battery is inside. You gotta take the tire off and like pull the inner fender to get to it. So, not looking forward to that. Hopefully I won't be involved if they have to do anything. Maybe I'll like, I'm sick. And I won't have to help, you know? That's the plan, chat. And I'll be honest about that. I don't want to help. I don't want anything to do with it. Well, then most likely they'd take it over to brother's house because he has a garage they can work in. So I'm not going over there, so I won't be involved. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, that one's going. I need to get cultivator down yonder. I really want to use that tractor for a cultivator, so we'll go grab. I guess we'll do some more lime spreading. Gotta check all the fields, and whatever doesn't have lime, we'll get lime. My elderly father. Dad will just like sit on a bucket and be a supervisor, you know? Original battery lasted 13 years.
It's kind of like my two trucks are right up front.
Man.
Yeah, nice.
That's crazy. That's a long time for a battery to last 13 years.
I think we've had 7 on a couple.
We have batteries last forever at the farm because all winter batteries are plugged into battery tenders. See, y'all, you know what? Before I leave here, I might as well grab lime. You'd be amazed at how long a battery can last when you plug it in all winter. It's incredible.
I think we haven't had to replace a battery on both the lawnmowers here at the farm.
You shouldn't say that. It's going to happen.
We keep them on battery tenders.
Okay, I would say, is your X Mark an EFI?
I think.
Electronic fuel ignition?
Yeah. You turn the key and you hear a little pump.
Yeah. Yeah. Does it have a manual choke or does it do it automatically?
We don't have clutch.
I didn't say clutch. I said choke.
Yeah, I know. It's automatic.
Happy Tuesday. What's up? What's poppin'? Oh, man. Because, like, ours is electronic, and so that computer is constantly drawing power, like, all the time. So, for the life of the battery, you got to keep the thing plugged in. Otherwise, it could be bad. And so, all these fields are limed anyway. Let's go try to find a field that needs lime. I mean, they don't technically, hardly any of them need lime. They're getting lime. So yeah, even the battery that's in Buster, by the way, it's the battery that came with the tractor. Okay? And we just, for funsies, when we got the tractor to the farm, we hooked it up to a battery tender just to see what it would do. And it charged it up. And so we're like, well, that's cool. And it fires that tractor up just fine. I mean, even yesterday, that tractor was like, it was cold yet. That tractor was, and that thing fired up like you wouldn't believe. So it's got plenty of go-go juice in it yet. What was threatening? I got stones in this field still? Okay, I can't actually lime spread this field. Okay. Well, I could. I thought I had a rock picker right here. What happened to him? Oh, I moved it down here. That's okay. Alright, I know I'm a little all over the place right now, Chad. I'm sorry, but just the way my brain's working right now. All over the place. Yeah. Oh, they don't need lime. They're getting lime. That was threatening. Okay. All right. Better call me into the feelings police. Oh, man. I think I hurt the feelings on that one, huh? Poor little guy. And just to be clear, I'm talking about a field in a video game. Like, I'm obviously making a joke. Just want to be very clear, you know. So, yeah. So Pops is off to the farm to get the battery tester for first time's car. So I don't even know if you can get to the battery enough to test it. Get an ad, all good. All good. I love the battery tester. You ever use a battery tester, Trent?
Probably not the old ones, no.
Well, where it's like it's got the needle, the gauge, and then like in the top, it's got like the coil that heats up when you're testing, you know?
Oop.
Oh man, they're kind of fun, especially in the wintertime because they get nice and hot. Heat your hands right up. Keep you nice and warm. They're great. They suck when they're brand new though, because you got to burn the paint off everything. And it kind of smells. Once you get the paint burned off it, it's pretty awesome. Just saying. We got ours from Harbor Freight. Chat.
We just use like a voltage meter, and it doesn't start. Put a jumper cables on it, and then.
Yeah, this will actually load test your batteries. So like, basically you put the thing on there, and then you like hold the switch to the side, and it'll load test, and then you can sit there and watch what the voltage is doing under load. So that it would be like you're cranking a vehicle or a tractor, right? And yeah, they're pretty awesome actually. And then it's got like a range of like, you know, good, bad, replace, you know, battery's gonna blow up kind of thing. Not gonna blow up, but you know what I mean. It's pretty cool. Pretty handy to have around. Especially when we replaced the tractor battery last year. And for some dumb reason. Okay, chat. Brand new battery, right? I think I talked about this when it happened, but maybe not. Brand new battery. Now, it's not a sealed battery, so you gotta pop it open and look at the water, right? So, brand new battery. Dad told my brother, you guys know which one, my favorite brother, told him to check the water level. It was low. He never told Dad how low it was. Nothing like that. Pops was working on his own thing at the time. He put in a bottle and a half of water.
That's it?
The battery was supposed, it already had water in it. It's not a dry battery. You should never have to put in a bottle and a half of water into a brand new battery.
Oh, it should.
Okay. That's way too much water. All right. No, it's a good sized battery because for you know the diesel. But still, a bottle and a half of water should send off a red flag. There's something wrong with that battery, probably. So they put the battery in the tractor, and then the tractor wouldn't start. Wouldn't crank on that brand new battery, right? So then we go down the next time, Pops and I grab the battery tester and I put it on there, and that battery instantly starts to boil. And like, not a little boil, like there's water, which is battery acid, puking everywhere out of this battery. And like boiling, like steam boiling out of this battery. And so then, of course, the whole inside of the front of the tractor there was covered in battery acid. So then we had to break out the baking soda and the Coke, and we ended up having to sand a bunch of the front of the tractor and repaint inside there where the battery goes. And you should never have to put a bottle and a half of water in a brand new battery. It's real spicy when they blow up. Yeah, I didn't run the tester that long on it. Don't worry. But even before that, every time Dad would try to crank the tractor, like the day they put it in, the battery would start to boil. So clearly, red flag, something wrong. You shouldn't not have to put that much water in a battery. So, because of... Oh, and the other thing is, he didn't tell Dad how much water he put in it either. He just said, oh, it's a little low. Oh, thanks, brother. You caused so much more work. The battery guy took care of it. Like, we got a brand new other battery, for, didn't cost us nothing, but yeah, obviously, yeah, something was wrong there. That was a frustrating, like, project, and then even where we, like, had a paper towel that ended up with battery acid on it, it got thrown on, like, the top of the loader bucket. Didn't think anything of it. Now the loader bucket's got 2 spots where it ate the paint. And it's like, this was all avoidable, you know? All avoidable. Hey, I had to put a bottle and a half of water in this battery. Something might be wrong with it. That's all it would take. No, it's just frustrating things sometimes, right? Definitely frustrating. I probably need to feed these. Oh, they got some bales. They got a bale or 2. 3. What do the sheep have? Yeah, they got a couple still. Okay, doing good there. Oh, I haven't checked on the pigs lately. Looks like
They're dead.
no, they're not dead. I'm not dead yet. No, they're real pigs now. Look at that.
Wow.
How old are they by now? They in college? Oh, they're 6 months old. When did they start to breed? Well, the reproduction is 25%, so I guess that means it's happening. I don't know.
I don't know.
Not sure. They're real pigs now, though. It's little piglets.
Wow.
Wow. That's good. So I made Dad promise me after the battery incident that he will no longer attempt to put batteries in tractors without me being there. Because that's just ridiculous, honestly. So yeah. Because they go down on Saturdays and they do stuff, and yeah, I don't know. Did I tell you all about that old chainsaw? Kind of a cool story. Did I tell you guys about that, chat? I think I might have mentioned it, but I don't know if I finished the story. We have acquired an old chainsaw that we're not going to do any, it's not going to run. Most likely. But it's kind of cool. Yes. So Dad sold it at his shop. A guy acquired this chainsaw. Somebody gave the guy a chainsaw that we know. And he sent first time a picture of it. And it was sold at Dad's hardware store. Okay, so it was sold sometime before 1982. And it's got, like, you know, our last name, hardware, the address, the old phone number, like all that stuff. Like there's a sticker on the side of this chainsaw. And that's got all that stuff on it, which is really cool. And yeah, it's sometime before 82. It's an old McCullough chainsaw. And it's just kind of cool to see that, you know? And at first we thought when we got the chainsaw that it had not been used much. But Dad has been kind of taking it apart a little bit and cleaning it up and stuff. And it's absolutely just... Whoever had it used it a lot. It's worked, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So we have the chainsaw now. The guy gave it to Dad, which I think is pretty cool. And it's a local saw. It spent its whole life in town, which I think is cool. So, you know, Pop sold it, and it spent its whole life across town. I think that's kind of neat, personally. And now it's at the farm, and I guess eventually we'll put it back together. I think Dad, he wants to try to run it. Like, he ran a compression check on it the other day, and it... Is this not taking lime? Why is this not taking lime? It's been cultivated? Mulch has not been cultivated. Oh, I gotta cultivate this field yet. Okay. it has enough compression where it should start, but it like you wouldn't be able to actually go out and like, you know. Yeah. Probably one person. I would think so, yeah. Yeah, so the person we got it from, the guy that he got it from recently got it out of like a house of somebody who passed, I think is what the deal is. Like a relative of this other guy. And then he gave it to the guy that we got it from. I'm not sure of the story. I don't know why he gave it to the guy that we got it from. And then once the guy that we got it from realized that it had the sticker on it, that's when he sent a picture of it the first time. And then I didn't realize, but apparently from the beginning, he was like, yeah, I don't want this. It's yours. Like, you guys can have it. Which I thought was kind of cool. So, if nothing else, it'll make a good, like, conversation piece. You know, put it on the wall at the farm. And, well, it'll just be there, you know? I think it's kind of cool. So, yeah. It's like the, Dad got the sign. One of the old signs from the store he used to work at. So let's see, he closed his shop in like 91 or 2. The shop that Dad had, and then he went to work for these other people, and they sold out last year. So he worked there for, you know, a long time. And they were obviously replacing the signs with, like, you know, the new company name. And Dad happened to be there that day, and they're like, you want it? And he's like, sure. So we're actually going to be building like a box. It's like a plastic fiberglass. I guess it's plastic sign. I don't actually know what it is. And then we're going to be building like a box and some kind of light source for it. And then we're going to hang it up like kind of up in the loft at the farm. Or somewhere up high. And again, it's kind of a memory / like conversation piece, you know. So, stupid pressure washer. 0 times that I go to like quote drive the pressure washer, I actually want to drive the pressure washer. Just for the record. I never actually want to. That's all right. All right. Park it away. Oh, that's pretty cool. We're not fetching a cultivator. Yes, Chris, but I've got one on a tractor, and I actually want to get a different one. Oh, your grandpa's. That's still cool though. Yeah. LS Farmer, what's going on? How are ya? What's poppin'? Thanks for the raid. How's it going? So technically I have this cultivator up here. Which, what fields up here need to be cultivated yet? So I know that, so this field has lime on it, right? Yeah, but it's not cultivated, but I might cultivate it just to make it look cultivated. Gonna go do 49 real fast. Oh, okay, that field's fine. So let's send this down. Let's grab a little fuel while we're here. And then we'll move that way. Oh no. You like the story? I'll try to get a picture of the chainsaw when it's back together. I won't show you guys the sticker. Yeah, not complaining. Account's still an heirloom. Yeah, okay. So We'll run this one down south, but the red tool was that's a mulcher. And then actually what I want to do, and total waste of money, but I don't care. Because I'm on a map where I have big equipment. My next map I probably won't. So we're going to try that out today too. Just because I can. So I'm waiting for that quad to get done down there, and we'll use the quad on that cultivator that I just bought. The disc, sorry. The disc that we just bought. That is what we will do. That was actually the purpose of buying that quad track earlier. I wanted to put the biggest disc on it, get after it. I know the John Deeres that I have will handle it too, but we'll use the 715. Why not? You know, it's red for the Chiefs. Did I say that out loud? Dang it. But yeah. Disc harrows would do more of like shallow cultivation, so like seedbed prep. And they would just not work as deep as like a cultivator in real life. Although, I don't know, because some disc you can really plow with a disc in real life if you want to. Yeah, it's just a different tillage, that's all. Just a different type of tillage. Some sort of implement. I don't know what this stuff is. Oh, there's a lot, man. There's a lot of different tillage tools when it comes to farming these days. You know, you drive past a modern farm and they, you know, especially tillage tools, at least around here, a lot of tillage tools sit outside because they're so big. And it's like, man, I don't know what you call that, but it's like a thingy doofer and it's got thingy doofers on it, you know? Not all I can tell you. Consuming entire, yep. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing that does a thing. You betcha. That's funny. That is funny. There's a field needs lime. Found it. Alright, so we'll throw this guy out here. And then this, no. This guy, which is a complete waste of a quad track right now to put it on a mulcher. But YOLO. Why not? It's fine. Kind of a big tractor for a mulcher, I guess is the point. But, you know, anything worth doing is worth overdoing, and overkill is definitely underrated. So I'm here for it. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not. It's like getting so cloudy here. It looks like it could rain any second. But there's nothing on radars. It's super cloudy out there right now. Go get this skipper. To the skipper. Need a second one. Well, the last field that we need to mulch is, well, actually we're done mulching. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're done mulching. So not the entire map has been mulched. I will say like 86 didn't get mulched somehow. Some of these other fields didn't necessarily get mulched, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about, you know, going for like 100% anything. But fields that had stuff that I couldn't mulch, I went ahead and mulched, basically. Not all fields when I purchased them or whatever had you know, a crop or stubble or anything that could be mulched, so it's fine. And again, I know my order of what I'm doing right now is odd. Normally, I would not do what I'm doing, but I want all of our fields to be limed and be all perfect. Yeah, so that's why we're doing that. I don't know why. It's just something I wanted to do, to be honest. But yeah. So for mulching to count, there either has to be standing crop or like stubble from a crop for mulching to count, or like, you know, like this is cotton that was harvested. So you have like the stubble here, the plant material. There has to be something in the field, if that makes sense. Oh, yeah. Does it work? Mulching? Yeah, mulching works. Well, okay. I haven't tested it in a couple updates, but yeah, it was worth like 1.25% more yield. Although technically, if you harvest like, say, soybeans and the chaff coming out of the back of the combine technically counts as mulching too. So. Withered would count. You couldn't mulch withered, yeah. Does it work when it shouldn't? Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, so if I took, like this field 30, which has been cultivated and, actually lime spread and everything, it's ready to go. If I go up to that field right now and try to mulch it, it won't do anything. If that makes sense. No, you can't mulch dirt. No, that does not work. That's why some of those fields, when I started this journey, I didn't care about mulching, and then I kind of added mulching in later. Just like I actually didn't care about liming all the fields, and then I was like, oh, I should lime all the fields. Well, I've had to go back and re-lime some, but the problem is I already like cultivated / plowed. A bunch of those little fields up north, actually, when I bought them, they needed to be plowed. So I plowed them, then I stone picked them, which technically counts as cultivating then. So I can't go up there with the mulcher now. So if I wanted those fields to say they were mulched, I would actually have to plant something and let it grow at least one stage. Then I could mulch that under. So I'm not going to go through all that. That's just a waste of seed, you know. I'm not worried about it. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Because like there were grass fields up there, and I just didn't even think about mulching them first. I just went in and plowed them because they needed plowed. So it does seem like one of those things that you should be able to like farm sim logic it and like cheat the system a little bit, but unfortunately cheating the system on that does not work. It's very sad. The one time I want to cheat the system and it doesn't work, you know? So yeah. Kind of sad. Is that one of the reasons to plant? We'll see. Oh gosh. How was I staring at the ground? You know, I haven't done a lot of oilseed like science or at all in 22. So I can't tell you that, but oilseed is supposed to count if you work it in. Now, I don't know if that means plow or if that means cultivate or if that means mulch, but you're supposed to work in growing oilseed, and that's supposed to count as a fertilizer state. But again, I don't know if I could just use the mulcher and that would count. That'd be cool. Maybe I need to do some oilseed science at some point. Because, yeah, I don't actually know. I don't know. By the way, this tractor in IRL is an absolute unit. It is so big. I needed hay. True. You can never get a second stage. Lazy. You know, most of the time I don't mulch and I don't roll, so I'm like 90, should be like 90, what, 7? 90, 96. I don't care. That's usually fine. I'm not going for 100%. Hardly ever. Second stage of fertilizer. So to be able to do that, like your second fertilizer when you plant, let's see, if you were to harvest and then fertilize immediately after with any kind of fertilizer, then say work the dirt, cultivate it, actually even mulch it, we should reset that to where then you could or should be able to put down your second fertilizer with your cedar planter. Should. Typically the way that I go about it is harvest. I typically only work dirt if I absolutely have to. So if I'm going to use like the Amazon, then I have to because it's not a direct seeder. And then plant, herbicide, and fertilize. And it doesn't matter what kind of fertilizer, but fertilize. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Yeah. Then just fertilize after. So plant and use one fertilizer there. And then, like I said, herbicide, or you could probably run the rotary hoe. Or you just wait till the plant grows if you have your weeds turned off. Wait till the plant hits first growth stage and you can fertilize it then. Yeah. If you harvest grass, rolling it. If you use a grassland care roller, yes. Not a regular roller. Normally do. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, because you use the grassland care roller. Yep. Yes. You know, I've actually never done the yield check on that. Grass only needs one stage. If you have two, it just uses one. I've never run a yield check on that. That'd be an interesting thing to test. Just for funsies. Yeah, because we've done like the different growth days. You know, if you have it the second day ready to harvest, like there's no yield difference by doing that. I've checked that. But yeah, never checked the fertilizer. That would be interesting to mess with. Yeah. It would be. Yeah, and the thing that's awesome about this is the speed at which we're working here, going 11 miles an hour. You know, if you use the this guy only goes 6. Now it's 18.3 meters, and this one's 18.4 meters, so 1.1 meter bigger, and 11 instead of 6. So why not, right? That's why I wanted to mess with this before leaving this map, because this is, you know, your biggest, fastest option for working dirt. So I wanted to check it out, you know. Making the old quad struggle a little bit going up this hill, you know. Just a little. 1 mile per hour. Not bad there for a second. We're good. Yeah, definitely wanted to check this thing out. It's definitely a beast. That's okay. I don't think we'll be using something like this on the Asian map when we go eventually over there. I think this will be a little lot too big. That's all right. Is there ever a use case where you'd want deep cultivation over shallow? So I'm gonna say no, but I actually don't 100% know for sure, because I've never run a cultivation test. It's not something that I have been too excited about setting up, because there's like 84 different types of tillage in this game, and I just never have set it up. So I should probably start a science map where I just have like endless money. Doing science the way we were doing science on here was fun, but sometimes it just took like way too long, because it's just our normal play map. So like we need money to be able to bring in a bunch of other cultivators. Of course, I know we can lease them, but still. Or like our lime test took, what, weeks, because that wasn't the only field we were concentrating on. Where if I had a test map, a science map that I wanted to do the lime science on, I could have done that in a day and not several, like a week and a half or 2 weeks. But it's all good. So I would say no, but I don't know. So there's two things why I could have limed when I still had the stalks standing in this field. Once you mulch a field, you cannot lime that field. Don't know why. It seems like the dumbest thing ever. The other thing that's at play here is a lot of our fields don't actually need lime right now. Like this is actually one that does. But what I'm doing, because I'm trying to do the whole map, I want every field to be covered in lime. So I'm actually purposely working, I'm cultivating these fields, because technically I'm going to plant corn or soybeans. So I don't need to cultivate, right? But I want to.
Hunter I Cool 122 cheered Dex 100. The most definitive answer ever, John 1 lol.
Wow, thanks, Hunter. And then the reason I'm doing the lime last is just so when I drive around the map, I can see that the fields are covered in lime. Would have been a boring way to do that science. Yeah, but it would have been a faster way to get it done too. Hunter, what's going on, man? Thanks for the bits. You like my super definitive answers today? You think you get the joke now? No. Okay, interesting. Interesting. You know it's bad when you have to Google a joke. You know it's bad, man. So yeah, I don't know if it makes sense or not, but I want to be able to drive around the map and see. I want to be able to see all the fields covered in lime. That's just it, you know? So yeah, that's all there is to it. It's weird, I know. It was bothering you. Gotcha. But yeah, I know that this go around of planting and stuff is odd from the way I normally do things. But that's all right. That's really cool, by the way. That front set of wheels has lifted. That's kind of cool. So put some more weight back on the tool. Plus, when you go to turn and stuff, it won't dig. That's kind of cool.
Only thing that's unfortunate about it is it doesn't flex.
What's that? The actual, just like bar?
Yeah, the bar doesn't. It's like rigid.
My ground's smooth in Farm Sim. I don't know about yours. I'm joking. Obviously, yeah, some flex would be nice, right?
Even the Kinsey doesn't even do that.
Yeah. Those are 2-stage cylinders, aren't they, on the folding? That's kind of cool. Wow. I wonder if those are, I'm assuming they're 2-stage in real life. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
No, I haven't either. That's pretty neat, though. Yeah, Hunter, it's for the Chiefs, baby. It's red, you know? Hunter, don't get mad at me. It's just a tractor I didn't own, okay? It was a joke. We're not here to talk sports. It's just a tractor I didn't have. Okay? So, that's the only reason we have it, is because we didn't have it before.
I just wish they gave us the option to take that 3-point off.
You don't want a 3-point on your quad?
Oh, no.
You just want rail bar? That would be nice.
At least
yeah,
the Deers have, they give you an option.
And I totally thought I gave that for no plate. And there's a plate on. I must have done that coolly. A little bit of flex there on the. Very nice. They're even connected. Yeah, they are. Yep, unlike that 8RX with the front steering disconnected. Yep. Oh, the models look great in this game on a lot of stuff. Yeah. Okay, so Hunter, if the Chiefs win, should I just not stream Monday next week? Is that what you're saying?
He's just upset because his Bengals lost.
The Bengals? It was kind of unfortunate. The Bengals got kicked out of the playoffs because the Chiefs lost the game, and the Broncos won, and it was the whole thing. It was a whole thing. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna censor chat. You guys can say what you want, but they just gotta play the game, you know? That's it. That's all there is to it. Hey, I missed this Monday. I can't miss another one. I don't have any more Christmas lights to take down, so I can't use that as my my excuse. My reason, sorry.
Yeah, your excuse is at the farm now.
Not on Mondays usually.
No, your Christmas lights are at the farm.
Oh, yeah. Play the game. Wow. I did see an interview with Travis Kelce. It was part of the media day, before the Super Bowl. And one of the journalists asked Travis, they're like, if you could ask the media one question, what would it be? And he goes, why do y'all go into this whole refs thing so much? And nobody said anything. Gonna use the Super Bowl as an excuse to eat a lot of food. That's a good idea, Hunter. I still have to figure out what I'm making for the Super Bowl. I was thinking nacho bar, but like nobody in the house seems excited about that besides me. Dad said he wanted little smokies, but he didn't say anything else. So I guess we can just have a bunch of little smokies. I don't know.
I think I heard this on the radio. They were saying, like during the Super Bowl, that's inhale or ingest more calories that day.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have.
Yeah, I did hear something about a Travis Kelce fine of $12,000. Apparently, he got in somebody's face for tackling Mahomes or something. I don't remember the exact play. No, that was real news. I heard about it yesterday, but I don't remember the play. So
I think they pushed him.
yeah, something about he got in somebody's face or pushed somebody or something. And I guess the NFL didn't like it. Smoke some wings. All right.
I mean, that can't be as bad as the dunking the goal post.
One of the Bills' face. Yes, he did something. Yeah, and NFL didn't like it. So. Little Smokies, yeah, Little Smokies. The pizza route's not a bad route. Last year we went on a Casey's run. Actually, before the Super Bowl.
I think I might do that Friday or.
That was good. Hospital ERs report more after the. I can see that.
Yeah, especially with some people intaking in adult beverages.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mr. Swift. Hey, there's rumors that they're already engaged, but I don't think they're true because she was at the Grammys the other day and she didn't have to have a Mack truck to drive that ring around, so I don't think they're engaged yet. Because you know, whenever they do get engaged, that ring's gonna be some T-Ravs. Oh man, we had T-Ravs last night. Always Hunter, yes. Haven't heard his song, buddy. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? Well. Yeah, we had T-Ravs last night. Last night, on the way home for some reason, I've been wanting the good, like, local St. Louis pizza that I talk about all the time, without naming the place. We were on the way home from the farm last night. Dad goes, "What do you want for dinner?" And just out of the blue, I go, "I want that pizza." And he's like, "Oh." He's like, "That's a good idea." The problem is they have a couple locations. The location that's close to us is not open on Mondays. Okay. So I was like, yeah, we don't have to get it for dinner because, like, it's all the way out, like, where Dad works, like 20 minutes away. And just without missing a beat, Pop goes, "Well, I'll go get it. I don't care." So we ended up getting that pizza, and Pops went to go get it, and I finished taking down the rest of the lights. You talking about emos? Because that's not what I'm talking about. There's a better St. Louis style pizza than emos, in my opinion, but I don't shout it out because it's very close to where I live, so I don't say the name of it. But yeah, it's Casey's. How'd you know? Dang it. The square beyond compare. Emo's is good, but like this other one to me is like Emo's is like an 8 and this is like a 10, you know? Just saying. That's just my opinion though. I'm a huge fanboy of this other. Yeah, it's Papa John's. How'd you know, Hunter? Dang it. Yeah,
And
you
they
found
keep getting you, John.
you guys are finding me out here. Oh man. No, Casey's and Emo's you can't compare. They're totally different pizzas. Yep. Had to find a good pizza place, dang. What, Emo's and Casey's are not a close comparison. They're totally different. Now, if I want St. Louis, like St. Louis style pizza, yeah, it's a different breed, you know? Like, you gotta be, yeah, it's just totally different. It's the Provel cheese, you know? It's the Provel. Little Caesars. You know, I don't mind Little Caesars once in a while. I don't mind it at all.
Not terrible.
No, it's not like the highest quality pizza, but like, it's not bad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the bits, Hunter. The 8 for you. Oh, I got you. I got you. God, all the neighborhood dogs are going off. Somebody's walking the dog down the street. No, it's not dog.
Number.
It's not. It's a dude. It was Papa John that got up. The question is from where? No, I would like to try that, but I'm not going to New York anytime soon. Yeah. Yeah, it's cheap, right, Hunter?
Jacob 2348 cheered Dex 100 pizza who eats pizza because
I eat crayons.
Jacob 2348 cheered Dex 420.
Jacob, thanks for the bits. I appreciate them. Num, you're talking about Cam's Pizzeria. Yes, I know who you're talking about. I would love to try their pizza, but I'm not going to.
You're gonna have to take a road trip.
I'm not going
pizza.
to Rochester anytime soon, you know? Just saying. I saw something about she got engaged finally, yeah.
Princess Pizza. Yeah.
Pizza Princess G and Pizza Mike 2 got engaged, yeah. I was watching a stream of hers the other day for a minute. She had this rock on her finger, and I was like, wait a minute, when did that happen? So, yeah. I've never heard of that. No, I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. Oh, no. Yep. They carrying it schnitz. I don't know. So that's not something we buy, but sounds interesting. Nonetheless. Yeah, I'd tell you what, I need to find more like local pizza spots, you know, because there's some really good pizza spots. Actually, Trent, remember one time you like Googled a list of pizza joints around me or something?
Oh yeah, and you found one.
There's one right up here by
nearby.
the house, but the problem is it's coal fired. And I cannot stand the char, like when pizza's charred, so I won't try that place.
Smokiness.
Yeah, I don't like that. But it sounds like it looks like a really good pizza spot, but it's coal fired, so.
You could always try a slice and then let the rest of the family have it.
Wait, hold up, guys. I never said the pizza place was 3 letters. Wasn't me. No, the pizza place that I go to is way more than 3 letters. It's got at least 4. Jefferson County. Oh, we don't go down there. There's too much meth. No, no. Jefferson County was like the Midwest capital of Missouri. I know. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's got lots of letters. I can't tell you how many because people are gonna figure out what it is. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's going on?
I never posted.
Yeah. So like at Mod Pizza, Domino's. Yeah. How'd you know? Like at Mod Pizza, when you go to Mod and like, you know, they put a little char on it. That's always the last thing that I taste, and I'll be tasting that char all day. And I just don't like that. Got pizza and see the monkey house. Eddie, what's going on? How are you? Interesting. But yeah, no, I try not to go to Jefferson. Not too much anyway. Once in a while. Just pizza. I'd love to go to Chicago and go back to Giordano's. That's all the way in Chicago. They do sell pizzas online though. One of these days, I'm tempted. They are super expensive. Like super expensive, but like it could be worth it. But yeah. Blaze. Yeah, Blaze is like Mod. I believe. I think I've had Blaze like once. Yeah. Does it start with an S? I don't know. It might not. I'm not naming my pizza spot. I'm not giving it up. They're busy enough the way it is. They don't need any more business. Oh, Hunter, I can't let that word go through, but yeah, I gotcha. I showed that video to my dad too. He thought that was pretty cool too. Yep. Hungry. I've heard of Hungry Howie's. Black Cat always talks about Hungry Howie's. I see it on TikTok too. It looks really good. No, I sent Hunter this video of a guy that has a collection of tractors, and he has this kind of weird, like almost a one-off tractor in a way. They didn't make that many of them, but it's an Oliver, and it's a what was it? Oliver and a I'm drawing a blank now. Oliver something. But it was like a show tractor. It was only meant to go to shows as like a demonstration only. It was kind of weird. Yeah, bad to the bone. Yeah, that's what you meant. Uh-huh. Sure, Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. But anyway, this guy's got an awesome collection of old tractors. I thought Hunter would enjoy it because he just bought an Oliver, so that's why I sent it to him. The Dunkin' Donuts video. I showed my dad that the other day too. I need to. You guys know what I'm talking about? No. I think I talked about it on stream where people get like, you know, 2 cups of sugar and then they end up with like a splash of coffee and they call that a coffee. Not sure how or why, but yeah. Get a whole large. All right. That Hungry Howie's, they're known for putting like flavor on their crust, aren't they? Isn't that their thing? Their pizza looks great though, I will say. It looks really good. But yeah. It looks real good. Flavored crust, yeah. That's what I thought. Mushroom. That's true, Obex. Yeah, that's true. Gotcha. No, it looks like I said, I've seen people. Half of my TikTok is people going to places and eating food. Or getting like food and like reviewing it, okay? And there's always a bunch of pizza places in there. Hungry Howie's is definitely one I've seen numerous times. Internet crashed. We'll catch you now. Have a good one. All right. Enro engaged. This disc is pretty something, man. It's pretty. Gets the job done, you know. That's for sure. Oh, so chat, remember I was telling you guys, like, our gravel road to the farm was so muddy and Trent, we were, you know, I know you deal with it too, right? Because it's so squishy and it's just terrible. And our road doesn't have nearly as much gravel as it should. So Pops went down there Saturday. Oh, let me back up. We went down there Wednesday. On the way home from the farm Wednesday, we stopped and washed the truck because it was so disgusting from the road. So he goes down there Saturday because he thought it would be dry. And he just covered the truck in mud again. And didn't wash it because we knew we had to go back to the farm Sunday. So we go Sunday, dragging a trailer. Lane was super wet still, super muddy. Yeah, Hunter, we got like a couple inch deep ruts from end to end on our mile road, right? It's terrible right now. So that was Sunday. We went down there. Of course, we took a load of Christmas lights down, come back home. We're like, well, there's no point in washing because we're going back down Monday. So yesterday we go down. There's still a couple areas that are a little squishy. The rest of it's just ruts and they're dry. And so on the way home, we stop at the car wash. And the car wash we go to, it has where you can just swipe your card. And until you hit the stop button, it's just the clock's running and it charges you money, right? So there's no like beeper to tell you you're almost out of time and you gotta go find quarters. None of that. You just go until you're done. So I'm washing the truck forever yesterday because on the mud flaps, the whole inner fender, in places the mud was an inch thick, maybe thicker. And of course, by then it was dry. From Saturday was the worst day, you know, and it was dry. I washed the truck for almost 20 minutes in the car wash, which cost like, it cost like $10 or something. It wasn't terrible, but still took forever, right? I took my time, man. I used so much water. And, you know, the inner fenders were so bad, and the mud flaps and everything. And so I got to the point where I was like, okay, this is, you know, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And then we drove across town to come home. And so the truck dried by the time we got home. When we got home, jumped out and looked at the truck. There's mud all over that truck still. Like, I thought I got it all out of the inner fenders, but apparently not. It is so bad still. And I'm like, well, whatever. And now Pops went back to the farm today. So I'm like, don't you get that truck dirty. You know, I spent 20 minutes washing that thing yesterday. Which I feel like 20 minutes is a long time in like a self-serve car wash. I don't know. But it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. So definitely gonna need to grade our lane when it dries out. And yeah. We need we have a little project in mind of something that we're trying to like Franken cobble together out of a couple different things for grading the lane. And we have one piece. We have like the main piece. So really need to find the other pieces and get that cobbled together to help us grade the lane before spring, but we'll see. I am disking a harvested mulched field. It is kind of weird. So this was a cotton field that was harvested and then mulched, and now I'm disking it. So, yeah. 18 and really good pizza. Wings are good too. That's awesome. Well, see, that's where Sean, Pops, and I are kind of butting heads a little bit here, because this project that we wanna build, like, we're both on board to build this project. And when I say build, we're taking a few pieces of farm equipment and kind of making one out of it. I want to make it far behind the Alice Chalmers, either the B, the C, or eventually the CA. CA we haven't even started on yet, but eventually. He wants to make it for behind the 995 because you can make it bigger, because obviously you have a lot more horsepower there. But I think it would be fun to make it for the antique tractors, the little guys, just to have something to get the little tractors out of the shed and like use, you know? That's just my opinion. So, had to get bigs. Bigs? Did you say bigs?
Yeah, bigs.
All right, Nick, calm down. The groceries have been acquired, I assume.
Yeah, I had to make 2 trips. Well, 1 trip inside, 1 trip to the garage refrigerator. So technically, it's 1 trip.
I say, don't you dare take 2 trips hauling groceries. That's
1
against
trip
the law.
inside and then 1 trip to the garage.
That's allowed. Why is my air?
I separated my bags before I picked them up.
Oh, my air conditioner's offline. I was wondering why it was getting hot in here. That thing's got a GFCI plug on it. You know, the ground fault circuit interrupter, you know?
Yeah, what'd you do? Trip it?
Every once in a while, it'll trip. And I don't know why. And apparently it has tripped this afternoon. I'm like, it's starting to get hot in here. What's going on? Like, I had my air set to 70 earlier, and I'm like, this kind of... It's my thermometer on the desk says 75, so it's not bad, but like, it's starting to get a little warm. Sometimes I do set it on 6900, and then I always think of you. So, you're welcome. Now 70 is fine. But
So that's what I keep the like in our Challenger. That's what I keep it as, around 70.
I usually keep it on 70 on the AC side when I'm streaming. Sometimes during the summer, like 68, just to kind of combat the heat from the computer. If I'm not streaming, like 75 is fine. 74, 75 is fine. Because I don't have the heat from the computer, like, doing things. Wow. But I don't know why that thing trips every once in a blue moon. It's tripped like, it's probably the first time all year, so like in a month and a little bit it's tripped. I know it tripped once in December. I don't know. How excited am I for precision farming coming back? First off, don't apologize for asking a question. I'll talk about the same thing all day if I have to. That's okay. I'm pumped for it. I hope they don't change it much from 22. I liked precision in 22, and I hope they keep it pretty close to that. So. Trying to figure out if I was heating or cooling. So technically outside right now it says it's 42. But with the computer and like all the lights that I have on me and stuff, I had it on cooling mode today. It's one of those days where like in the morning I'd probably have to run. It was cold out here when I first got here today. So I normally would turn on a little bit of heat and then flip it to AC mode when I'm going to stream. And then tonight I'll probably have to flip it back to heat pump mode You know? What else is on the same circuit? So it's not tripping the circuit downstairs. It's only tripping the plug on the GFCI. Oh. No, we don't, Trent. I don't hate repeat questions.
That's
You
why I put the cap or the CAC.
all the CAC W. Okay.
Because a lot of us know that you don't mind answering
Yeah, I
repeat
don't.
questions.
I'll answer the same question all day long.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah. A little off topic of your electrical subject.
Mm-hmm.
But what they did though, was it the semi of Larson's, the black one?
Yeah, that's a new semi, isn't it? Oh, is that the one they had and then they ripped the sleeper off or something I saw? Right?
Then Duggo's, or I don't know, it's Chet's Insta today.
Oh, nice.
Like they have a measuring tape out and like they're gonna do.
You gonna put like a water tank on it or something?
I
don't know.
I don't know. Weird, because they use that semi for hauling.
The GFCI, that was Chris. That was a great Google or copy paste. I'm here for
Where's
it.
Leonard when you need it?
I'm here for it, Chris. Don't take it any other way because it's fine. But I without getting into too much, like we ran it on an outlet that we have on the back of the house that we added for my old air conditioner back in the day, and it tripped on that every once in a while. And then it's actually plugged into where we plug in the Christmas lights. And we're just going to kind of leave it at that. I'm not getting into that too much, but it's a whole system that we bring in. He knew all that information. He might have. He might be an electrician. I don't know what Chris does for a living. But basically, it's plugged into a completely different circuit and stuff now. So I don't know. So yeah. Take a sleeper off a road tractor and slap a dump bed on it? Oh. That's interesting. The thing that I'm actually curious about, Chris, that could be the problem is, you know, those ends, you can buy those ends at like Lowe's, the GFCI like ends. I kind of wonder if we just have a bad plug like on the GFCI end itself, because it's not a GFCI outlet, it's a GFCI plug, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does or not, but they're like $12 at Lowe's or something. Something like that. And actually we decided to put one on when we got the air conditioners, because my old air conditioner had one, so we went back with one, the new one. Or at least at 69. Giggity? I don't know, Hunter. Oh, man. But anyway, so basically what I'm getting at is, like, it trips once in a blue moon, but not very often. And, yeah, it's just kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Yep.
You remember. That was massive. Oh, I bet. I can imagine, Chris. Okay, so you did work in the electrical world. Okay. Sorry for insinuating that you Googled. I didn't know. I don't know what you all do in your free time or in your work time.
Great Leonard paste.
But it wasn't. He knew it all.
I know, but it would have been a wonder thing to
I
do.
know. Oh man.
Only if he was still here.
Yeah, on but not forgotten. Here, wait. So I definitely need to investigate here, you know, a little bit. Yeah. You did? You did Google it. Oh, man. See, this might be cringe to people that deal with, like, modern electric. But there's not a single GFCI outlet at my house. In fact, most of the outlets in my house are not even grounded. So, there's that. And fun fact, you know, when I was growing up, all of our outlets in our house just had the two, like it was the 2-prong, like the twisty ones. They were like the child safe ones, so you had to like twist them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know all about the unsafe outlets.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the house that my uncle is quote unquote renting from the farm, that's an old one that got moved a couple times, and it's only 2-prong outlets.
Oh wow.
That's if they are still, or a lot of them are still there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't have any knob and tube in my house. My house is not that old. And I don't have aluminum wire. But, yeah, them old 2-prongers. Our house is full of them.
I don't think this has the knob and tube. It's just...
Knob and tube's like old, like 1800 stuff.
I think it's a hair newer than this.
Yeah. Check the plug. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, it pops, and usually I just go out there and push the button and reset it, and then I forget to, like, investigate it at a later date, you know?
Yeah, that's set and forget.
Out of sight, out of mind, right? My AC's working. It's working, you know?
I don't care.
Pretty much. Hey, if it's not working right now, we're getting a little hot in here, but... it's fine. So, you know, maybe... I was going to say, maybe I should end the stream a couple minutes early tonight when there's still daylight outside and I can go investigate.
Nah.
I have to break out the flashlights, chat.
You'd have it, it's a 2-person job, though.
Well, yeah, I'll have to hold the flashlight and Dad will have to do the work. I couldn't possibly be the one to do the work if Dad's there and there's a flashlight involved, Trick. But, you know. It doesn't matter how old I get. I'm still a flashlight holder, you know? Crazy. Whatever. I'll gladly hold the flashlight for Pops. I don't care. It's fine. But it is something that I need to look into, and if anything, I'm almost betting it's going to be the actual plug, the actual like GFCI plug. I almost guarantee that's what it is. So yeah, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'm not an electrician. I'm not certified. I just know enough to be dangerous. Or, I mean, to get by, you know?
Same here.
What's that TikTok video? Who did your wiring? Oh, my grandson, Thomas. When did his house burn down? How did you know that? Those are great TikToks. Oh, man. Dad and I pretty much wired the entire shed at the farm. Our, what we call the big shed with our shop and stuff in it. When we took that over basically from Grandpa, it had a fuse box in it, of course, you know, old school fuses. That entire shed had 2 light bulbs. Don't worry, though. They were on separate switches. Don't worry. It had 2 light bulbs. And it had... I want to say it had one, like, outlet that had, I think, 4 plugs on it. But they were, like, in the same box. And then across the shed, there was a 220 outlet for the welder. And that was it. So, Pops and I wired that whole shed. Sketchy fuses. Oh, fuses are great. Yep.
Let's say we have a sketchy outlet at the farm here.
Do you? Replace it.
Yeah, that's the later issue though, John. He's gotta worry. He's gotta remember which outlet to use, because the top one I think is good, and the bottom one I think is bad.
Oh.
The bottom one might have a little burnt mark on it.
Oh God. There was one time at Brother's house we were doing something, and we ended up replacing like a plug. And somebody, I don't know if it was Grandpa, because Grandpa used to own Brother's house, or if it was a previous owner. Come to find out, it was a used plug. Okay? Get right, Hunter? Yeah. So, when we went to take this outlet out, this, you know, the outlet, yeah. For some reason, I think Dad decided to do it when it was live, which I won't do. And he, like, unscrews the screws, right, and pulls it off. And then we flipped the plug over. I want to say it was in that ceiling of the basement, I think it was. Flipped the plug over, and somebody in the past had used on the back of those of plugs, you know, you have the push in where you can just push the wires in. Somebody had used that and just cut the wires off. Didn't put any tape on them. There was like a 1/8 inch of a wire sticking out of like all those plugs. And it's like, that's really nice for the next guy.
It doesn't seem sketchy at all.
No, so it got replaced. It's like, I don't know. I don't think Grandpa would have done that. Grandpa knew better than that, but somebody was setting us up for a booby trap in the future kind of thing. So I have no idea who, but it was kind of sketchy. But no, we've wired like our big shed has, I mean, we have lights everywhere, we have outlets everywhere. We actually still use the 220 from the welder from back in the day. It's what we use for the welder now. We got 220 to the big air compressor. We have 220. We have one of those like electric heaters in our shop too. We got 220 running to that. We put a 200 amp breaker box upstairs. So we got rid of the old little sketchy fuse box for the 200 amp breaker box, which is nice. Technically we have one of the old Tombstone stick welders, and we have a MIG welder. Yeah, we got a really nice Miller MIG welder. I really like it. It's a good time. And then the old Lincoln Tombstone. Got one of them. I can't use it for nothing. I can't stick weld for anything. But I can MIG weld. And then Dad's the opposite. He can't MIG weld, but he can use the stick welder. So it's kind of funny. Depending on what we need to weld, the thickness and whatnot. Depends on who does the welding. Most of the time we use the MIG. Yeah. Hunter, for some reason, when I was trying the stick welder, if the stick was about half gone, I could use it and it was fine. But like a brand new rod, forget it. I couldn't use that to save my life.
Yeah, I'm luckily not bad with both, just because I was forced to take a course in college.
Yeah. Well, it was funny when we bought our tombstone. We bought that first.
Uh-huh.
Because Grandpa had one back in the day, but of course he sold it at the auction because he didn't hardly keep anything. And we bought the tombstone, the stick welder, and Dad gave me it came with some real crappy helmet, you know, because he bought it off like Craigslist or something. And it came with this really crappy helmet. And he basically handed me the helmet and he just goes, all right, go weld. I didn't have the slightest clue because I don't even think I knew he bought the welder until we got to the farm and it was there. And so I like didn't, do YouTube research or nothing ahead of time. And yeah, that was horrible. Well, then once we got an auto darkening helmet, that helped a lot. Because, you can see what you're doing before you're welding. But yeah, no. And then I started watching YouTube videos and, I can stick weld if I have to. I'd much rather MIG weld. MIG weld's just easy. Just pull the trigger and go.
Yeah.
That's just easy. The biggest thing with the MIG welder for me, I'm always listening. If you got a good bead going, it sounds good. You can tell if you're doing bad things based on the sound. Because sometimes Dad will be like in a different part of the shed and I'll be welding and he'll be like, oh, that sounds good.
I say for me with the MIG is to try to get your dimes right.
Yeah, mine are terrible. But I haven't had a weld break.
Or at least that's how the welder instructor told.
Yeah.
Saying your dimes are maybe the hardest thing to do.
I mean, if you want pretty welding, you TIG weld.
Yeah, well,
TIG is pretty.
I know enough to make a stick.
But I don't think I have a steady enough hand to TIG weld, to be honest. And half the time when I'm welding something, and you guys around the farms are probably the same way, it's not brand new metal, it's not clean, it's not perfect, so that works against you as far as having a nice, clean, pretty weld too. The more prep time you take, the better weld you're gonna have. And then the other problem that I have, I don't know if you have this problem, Trent, but like I don't weld enough.